Good afternoon, one and all. I Ms. Dipali Bhandari, Assistant Professor. Welcome you all. On behalf of Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi, College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Nasik, it's my pleasure to introduce our third session speaker, Mr. Sanket Pawar, sir. I welcome you, sir. I am really glad to say or introduced as sir is our alumni of our college. Mr. Sanket Pawar, sir, is currently working at Parexel International, Parexel International at Regulatory Affairs Associate. His skills involved in the direct client meeting for the project establishments and the planning, having the good knowledge of complying the submissions for the biological products. Also, Sir has the expertise in the EU submissions. Dispatches are done using the CESP gateway. Sir has the expertise in hands-on experience in the regulatory information management tools, that is Viva Vault. Also expertise in handling the national and MRP CDP submissions by ECTD TD and NIS formats. And Sir is preparing core packages for the final submissions and managing the Vira Vault activities for the documents or the submission binders. Previously, Sir is also associated with the Parexel International Institute as a junior regulatory affair associate, and the skills performing are same, but having the expertise now more as a associates in the Parexel International as performing the documents level publishing activities, troubleshoot document issues, processing the regulatory requirements on the submissions of ECTD, validating the published output using the Lawrence e-validator and EURS validator, and fixing the errors to amend the submissions as per the current requirements. Also, having the international market ROW rest of the world submissions published by the ECTD and the PCTD, archival of the submissions by using the Vira Vault, and also publishing by using the Mono ECTD software. I welcome you, Mr. Sanket Pawar, sir.
Yep. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Over to you, sir. You can start your session, sir.
Sure. Thank you so much. So, yeah. Is it my screen visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bandari ma'am, for the this introduction. And first of all, I just wanted to say thanks to all the MSG Copper group and all the teachers and staff. So the today's topic of my discussion is regulatory affairs. So the regulatory affairs overview of RA and the process flow. I will mostly speak on the overview for the regulatory affair and again the process flow for the regulatory affairs. Okay. So when we talk about any of the topic or any of the discussion we start, so first we need to see what is the main motto of that particular form, like what is the regulatory affairs. So what is regulatory affairs? So it is like a one of the profession in pharma industry. It is like only the quality, safety, efficacy, the all the systems are in pharma products which we have to control for the protect for human health. So it is one of the profession in pharma industry which has developed from desire of governments to protect human health by controlling the quality, safety, efficacy of the pharma products. And second, it is an interface between pharma industry and the regulatory bodies. So pharma industries are nothing but the manufacturing countries or all the industry, and the regulatory bodies are nothing but the particular bodies, like for example India has the CDSCO, US has a US FDA, like that. So second point is why it is important, why the regulatory affairs is important. So in mid 90s many tragedies happened due to misjudgment of personnel during manufacturing and some intentional additions of adulteration substances into pharma products which led to death of patient. So due to misjudgment of personnel and due to adulteration of pharma products, there are so many deaths in mid 90s in the patient. So it is, so that time it shown that there is a need for regulatory of the pharma products, regulation of the pharma products. So we have countries have imported regulatory affairs department. So after many incidents, regulatory bodies introduce new laws and guidelines which improves the quality, safety, efficacy of the product. So next is, what is the RA? We have covered what is regulatory affairs, what's the need, and next is role of RA. So what RA personnel does, what regulatory affairs does, it is nothing but a registration of documents to regulatory agencies. So it's like a registrations of the particular documents, which includes NDA, ANDA, INDA, MAA filings to the HAs. So I think everybody knows NDA is new drug application, ANDA is a abbreviated new drug application, INDA is a investigation drug application. So MAA is a marketing authorization application, like that. So we have to submit all these documents to the regulatory agencies where we want to market our product. So that time we have to submit all this documentation, or we have to submit all this registrations to that particular health authority or particular country. So second is to keep track on every change in legislation. So legislation, first of all, what is the legislation? Legislation means it means to adhere to all the new updates regarding the pharma industry or regarding the pharma products. So adherence to the pharma quality, safety, efficacy, and multidisciplinary. So these are the four pillars of our pharma industry, QSME. So the next is to give strategic and technical advices to R&D, production, and QA department. So in this, like, to in the second point, to keep track, we like I just wanted to focus on some of the things. When mainly we emphasizes on the quality, safety, efficacy, and multidisciplinary, and in that also we focused on multidisciplinary guidelines, M4, M4Q, M4S, M4E. So these four guidelines are specifically for regulatory affairs. So now next slide is regulatory bodies. So regulatory bodies, which are the regulatory bodies are in market. So there are every country has their own regulatory bodies. Some of are using the global regulatory bodies, some of using regional regulatory bodies. For example, if we talk about CDSCO, USFDA, TGA, these are all the global regulatory bodies. For example, USFDA. So USFDA is a global regulatory body. We can use this USFDA approvals in the countries where they accept the USFDA audits directly. So second one is regional. So regional, you can see Germany, New Zealand. So Germany, New Zealand are come under regional bodies like BFARM or MedSep. After that, there are some international organization which are ICH organization, WHO organization, and PICS organization, which is Pharmaceutical Inspection Cooperation Scheme. So I will just specifically go to the RA departments and the types of the department. So what are the departments of RA? Like, we have core regulatory and we have corporate regulatory. I will just go to the next slide. Okay, yeah. So here is the proper differentiation between core RA and corporate RA. So first we will focus on core RA. So what is core RA? Core RA or RA means the management, R&D, production, QA/QC, and the final product, which all includes in core RA. So core RA department lies with the management, R&D, production, QA/QC, final product departments, and take all the documents, all the necessary document for the applications for regulatory variations. So when core RA take the documents from this, all the documents, they have to create one CCRF form, which is change control request form, which is required. Like, change control form is required for you can say any of the application we want to file in any of the country. So change control form is given to the particular health authorities. And the next one is corporate RA. So corporate RA is nothing but there are two departments. One is CMC and one is publishing. So I was working in the publishing department for RA from since 4 and 5 years. So what is the CMC department? I will just go to the, yeah. So corporate RA divides into two teams. One is CMC team, which is which works for the document request as per variation filing, document review, PDF settings, external and internal hyperlinks, document preparations. And the publishing team does document review, sequence building, compilation of the documents as per modules, sequence publishing, validation, submissions to HS. So here you can see there are two different teams. One is CMC team, one is publishing team. So CMC teams lies with the core RA team, which lies with the company or the manufacturer. So CMC teams will get all the documents from the manufacturer or core RA, and they will check all the documents required for the particular variation. For example, as a case study, if we take variation type 1A ion or variation type 1A. So, for example, I will just take an example of site name change. If some company are undergoing in the site name change, just consider like we have the our college, Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi college name, but some due to some another reasons or some technical reasons, we have to change our college name to some another name. Like for example, we are changing in the name, so this will go under the site name change variation filing. So these variations are come under type 1A and type 1A IN filings. So the requirements of the documents as per the variation, the CMC team will check. Again, after that, the procurement of all document, CMC team will review the documents. After that, they will check the all PDF settings and all the hyperlinks or all the document preparation is done by the CMC team. After CMC team work done, so they will transfer all the documents to the publishing team, which publishing team is lies with the health authorities directly. So publishing team work as a document. Again, there is a document review, there is a sequence building. So building is like we have to submit the sequences to the health authorities. Like it starts from the tetra zero sequence. Tetra zero sequence means 0 0 0 0 4 0 sequence, 4 zeros are there. So after tetra zero, we will submit the sequence number one, which is 0 0 0 1. Again, next sequence will be sequence 2 3 4 5, and like it will go on. So these are the sequence building options. Third point is compilation of all documents as per modules. Okay, we will see this point going forward as per modules. So I will just not go into deep for these modules now. So fourth point is sequence publishing. After the compilation of the all documents into the ECTD or CTD modules, we have to publish that sequence. We have to take the output of that sequence. So it will come as one output, and it will we can submit it, we can validate it, and we can submit it to HS, like any health authority. We can submit through CESP or MHRA. Okay. So mainly our discussion is on this slide. So this is the ECTD, what we can say ECTD triangle. So first, I just wanted to like take up on the what we can say what is CTD. So CTD is a common technical dossier. It is a set of specification for application dossier for registration of medicinal products in a common format. So when any of the pharma company or every of the pharma company, they are producing, they are manufacturing the goods, they are manufacturing the medicinal products. So after manufacturing, they have to market it into the different markets like ROW market, US market, EU market. So that time they have to submit the variations, and they have to submit the documents like uh, drug master file, and all the documents. So CTD is just a common dossier. It is a common technical dossier which we need to submit via ECTD gateways or CTD gateways or CESP gateways. So here, so previously they were using CTD documents only. I will just go to, yeah. So what happened with CTD? In CTD, we will compile all the documents and we will send it to the health authority. But when it's like files, they are just submitting the one file for the first submission. Again, if there is another change in the legislation, or there is another change in the product, or we can say in manufacturing site, or anything, any change has been happened, so we have to again compile all the CTD documents, again prepare one file, physical file, and we have to submit to them, to health authority. So like, to narrow this CTD, to narrow this paperwork, they have introduced some ECTD version, which is electronic common technical dossier. Electronic common technical dossier, now in electronic common technical dossier, we are submitting the sequences like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So there are three different types of okay, we'll first go on this modules. So what is ECTD modules? So first is module 1. So in module 1, what we submit in module 1, in it is a administrative information specific to each region. Each region means each of the what we can say, each of the country, each of the what we are submitting, like EU we are submitting, or US FDA we are submitting. So it emphasizes on this administrative information. So for example, if we take, we will add the documents like application form, cover letter, proof of payments, flow chart, after that labeling documents, and the tracking tables in module 1. So what is application form? So application form is nothing but a one document, in which one document we have all the information about the product which we are submitting the variation, the strength of the document, the dosage form of the document, which variation we are filing. There is an option we can tick on the application form which variation we are filing. So these all the information are given into application form. So after that, in cover letter, the next one document is cover letter. So cover letter document, in cover letter we have the detailed information about variation. So for example, one of the company is submitting another sequence for their, if we take an example of paracetamol is already published, already into the market, and we are adding some, we are changing some process, or we are changing some name, or anything we can change in the industry. We have to intimate the health authorities via ECTD or CTD tools. So for example, paracetamol, so we are submitting any change, so we have to give the variation type. So there are various variation types. So I can say type 1A iron, type 1A, type 1B, periodic safety report, that is PSU, PSUSA, and type 1A variations. So, for example, we are submitting it for the PSUSA guidelines, PSUSA variation. So, in the cover letter, we have to mention that, like, we are submitting the we are submitting this PSUSA variation for particular this change we have done, or this is the periodic safety report. We have to submit this all the information. So after that, for example, proof of payment we have to submit. So the health authority needs to check the proof if we have submitted all the payments, or if we have done all the payments to the particular market or particular company to submit the variation filing. So we can submit that document via module 1. After that, the flow charts, if there is some change in the flow of manufacturing, in the company of there, or there is if you consider like if we are changing some um, like in production we are changing the tablet compression machine, or we are changing the granulation machine, or any change we are changing in the manufacturing site. So we have to give them the previous flow chart also, like this is the granulation machine, this is the tablet compression, this is the sieves and all the things, this is the packaging material we are using. And again if we are changing, then we have to give them the next flow chart which shows the which shows our change in that particular flow chart. Again the labeling documents. So when I was talking about the site name change variation, for example site name change variation, so site name change variation, they are changing the name. So when we are changing the name, when we are changing anything related to the documentation, so if you guys check any of the product or any of the like tablet strip or any of the bottle, so you can see the manufacturing site name and all the details on the pharma product. So when we register for the site name change, we have to change in the labeling documents, because label will change automatically, or we have to change the label as we are changing the name of manufacturer. So labeling documents, these will go under module 1 also. Again we'll go to the module 2. Yeah, so module 2 is just a quality overall summary in which we are submitting general information of the drug, after that pharmacological class of that particular drug, mode of action, and the proposal of clinic and the purpose of clinical use, proposed clinical use. All this information we need to add into module 2. So which documents will go under this? So it is like overall summary of the quality will go under this, clinical and non-clinical overviews. After that non-clinical and clinical summaries, all these documents will go under module 2. And we'll go to the module 3. So module 3 is nothing but the quality documents related to the drug product and the drug substance which we are used for the formulation. So quality like module 3 is basically it's a basic for quality documents, to submit all the quality documents. For example manufacturer documents, for example drug design documents, manufacturing development document, assurance process document, and stability data. Any stability data we are using for the, or we are doing it in house or anything, so we have to give that all the stability data or all the quality related documents to via module 3. So next is module 4, which is contains like non-clinical study reports, and module 4 is clinical study report. So module 4 and 5, which is non-clinical study report, and module 5 clinical study report, these are interrelated to module 2. So module 2 and 4 is interrelated, and module 2 and module 5 is interrelated. Okay, so now I will just go to the different types of submission, like how we like types of submissions means the why they have they have transferred from CTD to knees and knees to ECTD. So previously they were submitting in CTD. So in CTD, what is happening? We have to submit the file again. We are submitting anything, we have to again the submit a file. So this is the lengthy process. So they have transferred to the needs submission. So what is needs submission? It will create a output as a one PDF document, and it will generate a one talk means table of content, and it will compress all the related documents which we have inserted into CTD tool. They will take all the documents into one PDF for module 1, one PDF for module 2, and one PDF for module 3, and goes on like 4 and 5. So we have to open that folder for first module 1. There will be a one file, PDF file. We have to open that PDF file. We have to navigate via TOC or talk, we can say, table of content, and we have to navigate to the particular document, and we have to check the each and every document. But when we talk about CTD and NIS, so here we don't have the option to delete, append, or replace the documents from previous sequences. For example, we have submitted the sequence number 100 for one of the product. We have submitted one of the variation in 100th sequence, and we now again need to submit the sequence number 101 for one of the variation. And there is chance, or there is a need to delete or replace one of the document from sequence number 100 or sequence number 99. So this was not possible in NIS or CTD. Once we submit the documents, it will go to the health authority directly, and it will store at their end and store at our end also. So when ECTD come into the picture, so in ECTD we have the amendment to replace previous documents, to delete previous sequence documents, to delete previous sequence documents, or anything we can modify in the previous sequences, or anything we can change in previous submitted variation. So in ECTD, what is happening when we give any structure or give any ECTD structure to the we import all the documents required from the health authority, and we will take the output of that ECTD. When it will give output, it will just give one document. If we open the module 1 folder, actually I cannot show you that, so I was just mm, explaining on theoretical level. So yeah, so when we publish any of the sequence, it will go module 1. In module 1 we can see there are various documents, in module 2 there are various documents, in module 3 various documents. So what is the main change in ECTD or electronic dossier? So here in ECTD we have the electronic backbone or XML backbone, which work as a backbone for all the sequences from tetra 0 to n number of sequences. So we can navigate to the any of the XML from if example I'm opening the XML for 100 sequence, I can navigate to any of the sequence. I can check the any of the sequence previously submitted. So it's the advantage for ECTD submission. Yeah. So this is about ECTD, PCTD, and the need submission. So I will just go to the types of variation. Actually, I think I already discussed, like I already enlist all the types of variation, like type 1A, type 1AI, and type 1B, P SUSA, and response to questions to HA. These all are the variations. After that, I can just go to the types of procedure. So when we talk about regulatory affairs, so there are various procedures, like national procedure, MRP procedure, DCP procedure, and so on. So mainly these two are the important procedure. We can focus national procedure and MRP DCP procedure. So what is national procedure? For example, if we are submitting any of the change or any of the sequence for any of the variation for one of the country, and we have to submit it to the any of the EU country. For example, just taken Slovenia, the manufacturer have to change some uh, or have to file some variations for Slovenia. They will directly go to the national procedure, and they will directly submit it to the Slovenia authority via CESP gateway. But if, for example, it is already now, just take consider we have submitted, our product is distributed in all the EU countries. For example, it is in all the 10 countries. So in 10 countries, Slovenia is one of the country. So when we submit the one variation, sorry. So yeah, so when we will submit the any variation to the Slovenia, and we want to submit the again same variations from different current countries of the EU region. So that time we don't need to again take the approval, or again take the, yeah, we need to take the approval, but we don't need to send all the documents to the all other health authorities. We just need another type of procedure, which is MRP, which is mutual recognition procedure. Name itself suggests like mutual recognition between all the EU countries, which is already they have decided mutually. Okay, we have one variation in Slovenia, so we can directly take that variation in our country also. So these are the MRP. So in MRP, we have to select specifically the reference member state and the concern member state. So when we are taking the example for Slovenia, so here in MRP, the reference member state will be Slovenia, and the concern member state or state is any state, any one state, or any two states, or more than two states we can submit at once. So these are the types of procedure. Yeah, so this is all. Thank you. So yeah, over to you, ma'am, and I'm happy to answer all your questions if anyone has anything.
Uh, I'm requesting from the delegates, those who have the questions, please ask or drop the questions in the chat box.
Yeah, I'm really very happy to answer all the questions if you have.
Okay, sir. I guess there is no questions anymore. So I hope everyone found this session valuable. Thank you so much, Sanket sir, for joining us today for one-day webinar on IVIVC Biowaivers quality aspects and assurance, bridging the science, safety, and the compliance. A special thanks to Pawar sir for sharing their valuable insights and expertise on the regulatory affairs overview. Now, as we are studying in the academics, what is RA and what is the importance of this department in the industry. But today, Sanket sir has emphasizes the core team and the corporate team and how they are works and how they document of for all the countries according to their modules, as the regulatory affairs team plays a key role throughout the product life cycle to demonstrate the quality, control, conformity, safety, efficacy of the product in the documentation. So we need to submit the documents to competent authorities and for the review and the approval. For our throughout the life cycle of the product, we have to need to submit it for their safety and efficacy. So sir has very well explained this whole the modules, core team, again the corporate team and how they works. Thank you so much, sir, for this valuable information and for acknowledging the delegates and our students also, sir. They are also listening for the final year and informed students also, sir. Thank you once again, Sanket sir. Now I request Sanket sir to please accept this certificate as a token of appreciation and love from our college. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you so much to all the listeners.
Okay. Now I request Katkade sir to give the vote of thanks for the day one session for the whole webinar and all the three sessions. Please, sir. Sir, there is one question: how to start a career in the regulatory field? Sir, yes, please. You can.
Sanket sir,
Sanket sir, there is one question
Yes, sir.
from the delegates: how to start a career in the regulatory affairs?
Yeah. So yes, I'm happy to answer this. So I don't know who has asked this question. So it's like when we do B pharmacy. After that, we have many other options like master in regulatory. We have special departments also, master in regulatory affairs. So you can go for the regulatory affairs. So this is in the college level. But when it comes to the industrial level, so yeah, we can you can, I think it is really better if you go first into the quality aspects or quality departments in the industry first, and just learn some of the quality aspects from the manufacturing side or the related variations, and then come to the regulatory affairs. It is also and one of the option. Then another option is you can directly join to the regulatory team. So there are different types, like you can directly join the core regulatory affairs, which is into the manufacturing companies, and the corporate regulatory. So corporate regulatory is, I can say, the CROs, any of the CRO, like I'm working in the one of the CRO, contract research organization. So there are a number of contract research organization in the market. So we are providing the support to the pharma companies. So yeah, you can go to the directly into CROs also. You can directly go to the manufacturing also, and you can start your career via there. Yeah. Thank you. Hope I cleared your doubt.
Thank you, Sanket sir. Thank you so much. Very good afternoon to everyone present virtually for this webinar. I, Dr. Pramod Katkade, Professor, Department of Pharmaceutics and Coordinator of today's webinar, on behalf of principal and faculty members of our college, feel privileged and honored to place on record a thanks to you all. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. Webinar is the one of most popular way of gaining knowledge in recent days. With this motto, our college have started a series of webinar, and today is the eighth webinar of this series, which is entitled as IVIVC Biowaivers Quality Aspects and Assurance, Bridging Science, Safety and Compliance. I am grateful to the first speaker of today's webinar, Dr. Anil P. Vattase, Principal and Professor, Govindrao Nikam, College of Pharmacy, Savarde, District Ratnagiri, for sharing his knowledge of IVIVC concepts and applications, which will be one of the promising opportunity for job for the students. I offer my sincere thanks to second speaker of today's webinar, Mr. Santosh Vaman, Site Head Quality, one of the leading pharma organization in India, Messrs. Glenmark Pharmaceuticals Limited, Nalagarh, situated in Himachal Pradesh, for updating us with applications of new concepts and implementations of quality. I am also thankful to third speaker, Mr. Sanket Pawar, who is our proud alumni and nicely presented and enlightened the orientation tour to vast and significant area of regulatory affairs, which is of very much significance today. I am grateful to all speakers for sparing their valuable time with us from their busy schedule and enlightening us on new technologies, research, and relevant opportunities in the pharma industry. I take this opportunity to pay my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Mrs. Dipti Deshpande Madam, Secretary and Director HR of Gokhale Education Society. I am also thankful to Dr. R.P. Deshpande Sir, President Gokhale Education Society, for his moral support and guidance. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation to our mentor, Sri Shailesh Gosavi Sir, Director Establishment Gokhale Education Society, for his constant guidance and motivation. I am also grateful to Dr. P.M. Deshpande Sir, Project Director, Gokhale Education Society, for his moral support and guidance. A special thank to Dr. S.V. Amrutkar Sir, our Principal, for his enormous motivation, support, guidance, and cooperation in organizing this particular webinar. I convey my big thanks to Dr. P.L. Pingle, Vice Principal and IQAC Coordinator, for providing immense support to make this webinar successful. I am also thankful to my colleague Dr. Rao Saib Ghegde for his introductory address of our institution. I convey my big thanks to all organizing committee members, Dr. D.R. Mari, Dr. V.P. Jadhav, Dr. D.D. Bhandari for introducing today's speakers, and all my colleagues for working hard for the past few days to make this webinar successful. I especially mention a vote of gratitude to all support staff. Without their cooperation and support, success of today's webinar was not possible. Finally, I am thankful to all the delegates for their active participation in this webinar. I am sure that participants must have benefited by attending this webinar today. Feedback link is provided also on WhatsApp group, and all participants are requested to fill the link, Facebook link, and submit so that they will get the certificate. Certificate will be received on your email within 5 working days. I once again thank everyone whose contribution has made this event a great success. Thank you very much. Jai Hind. Thank you. Thank you very much.